And welcome to the Denver Sports Betting Show UFC edition, where the wins are big and now your savings can be too. Thanks to our official sponsor, Assured Roofing, you can score $2,000 off your next roof, whether it's just damage from hail or it's just time for an upgrade. Assured Roofing has your back, just like we've got yours on these bets. Quality work, local experts, and right now, $2,000 off your next roofing project. So while you're betting smart, call Assured Roofing and invest on a solid win for your home. Be sure to use Denver Sports Betting for this special promotion. As always, I got my fight squad, Taylor, Ryan, and this week's special guest, BKFC Cruiserweight Champion, Chris Camozzi. Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
No problem.
Hey, thank you.
Absolutely. But I don't want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to the champ.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So, Chris, you've been in the fight game for how long now?
I think almost 20 years.
Wow.
I think 2006 was the debut.
Okay, so I don't even know if I can cover all of it. So you've been in the UFC. You're
Correct.
a BKFC champion. Where else have you participated?
I guess the main ones would be Glory Kickboxing, PFL, and I think those would be like the bigger ones.
Okay.
There's a lot of small ones in between.
But yeah, we got the big ones, BKFC Cruiserweight Champion. So I got a chance to watch your last fight. Great performance. You won by unanimous decision. Walk me through that. How did that fight go for you?
I mean, the fight was good. It's not my favorite, right? So I had an opponent switch.
Yeah, kind of last second, huh?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks out. So I went from fighting kind of my former like nemesis in the sport, you know, the one guy that's beat me, to a local guy in Italy that had fought bare knuckle before in like European promotions, but kind of fairly unknown, right? So when that gets thrown in, there's a big shift that happens, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you're fighting somebody you know, you're going to go all out. Like, I know what I'm getting into, this, that, yada, yada, yada. Fighting an unknown guy makes it, I have everything to lose. He had everything to gain. So then I fight definitely smarter. So yeah, it was a little bit more conservative than I'd like to fight, but at the same time, like, I'm still champion. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, and you won by unanimous decision. Your first fight, your first championship fight, I should say, first round knockout.
Yeah.
Talk me through that one.
Oh, I mean, that'll go down as one of the best nights of my career for sure. I think I maybe got hit once. I can't remember the time on it. It was pretty quick, but it was here in Denver.
Yep.
In my hometown, fighting for the world title, and then crushed his face, man. He went down. It was brutal. I mean, I like the guy a lot, but winning that title and everything will literally go down as of this moment is the best night in my career.
Yeah, absolutely. So from 2006 to being BKFC Cruiserweight Champion, I guess, what has that been like, you know, starting to be in champion? How has that gone for you?
How long is the show? There's a lot of ups and downs, right? Like, the fight game is crazy. People don't realize, like, I don't know, Taylor's managed guys and stuff like that. There are so many like peaks and valleys in the sport, because the sport hasn't progressed still to where most guys are making livable money, right?
Right.
So, I mean, there's guys you watch on TV in the UFC that they fight Saturday, go home Monday, and are working a regular job. Like, they might be your mechanic, they might be your plumber, they might be something. I've been fortunate enough to do it as a living full time for most of the 20 years. Now I work by choice just because I want to make more money than that. But a lot of peaks and valleys, you know. I always tell people, they're like, what's fighting like? And I tell them it's like skydiving, right? You jump out of the plane, you're having a great time, you pull the chute, and the chute opens, and you're like, this is the coolest experience of my life. Or it never opens and you hit the ground. Like, there's no gray area. Like, winning, losing, like, you either win and you're on like the ultimate high, or you lose and you feel like your life's over.
All right. And as a champion, how do you manage those peaks and valleys? You know, everybody goes through them. It might be more pronounced in the fight game. A lot of the wins and losses are right there for everybody to see. Some of your highlights, some of your lowlights. How do you manage that to eventually see yourself as a champion one day?
I mean, seeing myself as champion, I always thought, like, even when I signed with BKFC, I was like, I'll be champion here. UFC, that is a very long goal too. BKFC is a little bit newer, not taking anything away from it. Those are some of like the toughest people around the world.
No doubt.
Like a lot of the UFC guys will not come over to BKFC and fight. They're two different sports in my mind, but managing it, I guess, is just all mental and being able to like compartmentalize it. You're going in, you have a job to do. Nerves don't help me. I either, try to take this guy's head off or he's going to take mine. If I'm nervous, that's not going to like change the outcome, at least on his side. Nerves actually just work against me. So I just always try to like shut my brain off and say like, be in the moment, control what you can, and go from there. It's literally all about being in the moment. That's why I got hooked on like combat sports. I'm a pretty ADD person. I have a really hard time focusing. I didn't do good in school because of that. But once I started doing combat sports, that was the one thing I realized, that like my mind doesn't drift at all, like training or competing. You literally have to focus completely on what's happening. And if you don't, like, you're getting hurt. It's the hurt business.
Yeah, there's a lot of downsides to not focusing, but it can almost kind of be meditative, right? Where you can kind of lock in, focus on this one thing, and zone out, turn out the rest of the world, all your problems, all the things that might be going on. So, I mean, that's really awesome because, yeah, like you said, to have highs and lows, but be in front of the whole world. A lot of our highs and lows as regular folks, they're just to us, but your wins, your losses, and, sometimes your injuries, you're getting punched in the face, all that stuff. So for those that don't know, because like you said, BKFC is still relatively new, what is the main difference between UFC, which you participated in, and BKFC?
Yeah, so BKFC is, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. I never say it that way. I just always say BKFC. So the UFC, you have grappling, so you have jiu-jitsu, wrestling, maybe sambo, whatever. It's a mix of martial arts, right? Mixed martial arts. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think that mixed martial arts is the UFC, that the UFC is a sport. Right. They're an organization. They're the biggest organization for that. But it's a mixture of all those things together. So with the UFC, you have to be ready for takedowns. So maybe you get a D1 college wrestler coming in that doesn't know how to punch, but I'm not a wrestler, and can I stop this guy from taking me down the whole time? And jiu-jitsu, there's so many things going on that it is really hard to be a master of all of them. Right. So you get specialists, masters in like individuals, or maybe two. With BKFC, it's boxing, but the rules are just a little bit different. The one thing that BKFC does that's different than boxing is clinching.
Yep, right.
Right. So boxers can't grab the back of somebody's head and punch. BKFC is more of like a bar fight, like a backyard brawl, but there's no kicks or grappling involved.
Yep. So Taylor, as our grappling expert, what do you have for Chris here? I know you guys know each other very well.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you a question about that. So when you went over from UFC to BKFC, like, do you miss the grappling at all? Are you ever in there and something goes through your head where you just want to blast a double or something like that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I started wrestling, which is how I got into combat sports. And then now wrestling has actually become my self-admitted worst part of my game for some reason. I just got away from it. But yeah, I mean, when I first signed with BKFC, I told my jiu-jitsu coach, because I still do jiu-jitsu, I'll do that for life. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I love it, and it's a good workout, and it's great for like applicable things in life. But I asked my jiu-jitsu coach, I was like, do you think I could be the first guy to submit somebody in BKFC? And so like, we started looking at the rules, like, what can I do? Like, through a collar tie, can I choke people here and there or whatever? And I did have my first BKFC fight. The guy actually tried to guillotine me a little bit. Taylor will know more what this is, and it would be a longer explanation, but like a 10-finger guillotine against the ropes. And he tried to do something, and the ref broke it. And I looked up at him, and I was like, I see you. Like, he tried to like choke me a little. But I mean, I don't think I'll be able to submit anybody, but that's still my goal.
So you would say like a KO feels better than a submission, or what do you feel?
They both feel really good, right? Because the submission means that I literally held you down, did something that you could not stop. Knockouts are a little bit more, I mean, you see people on YouTube all the time, bar fights, backyard, anybody can knock somebody out. Submissions, I'd say, not everybody can do. People think they know how to choke somebody, but they don't.
Right.
But yeah, both feel great. I mean, crowds love knockouts, so that like hypes you up. I mean, everybody goes insane when you sleep somebody. And at the same time, I would say a submission is kind of like total domination. Like I did something that you could not get out of and you had to tap out.
Definitely.
Yeah, but speaking of those wins, you have another defense of your title belt coming up against Alessio Sakara. We have a chance as fight fans to already see the face-off. You don't always get this. Can we play that really quick?
Sakara Camozzi, is that the fight in Rome? Is that the fight you want?
Tell me there's a better fight in Rome, right? This man paved the way in Italian MMA. I believe his name came across the board back in the UFC. We were both in the UFC at the same time. But I'm here to tell you I'm the best Italian fighter ever, and so that's what we'll find out in Rome, Italy.
Just like that, I believe we got something. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the very first face-off right here. Our champion, Chris Camozzi. Could this be the challenger? Alessio Sakara, October 25th in Rome, Italy, baby.
I absolutely love that. Gave me chills even. I mean, October 25th is going down in Rome, Italy to see who is not only the BKFC champion, but the best Italian bare knuckle fighter in the world. How are you feeling about that fight?
Oh, I feel great about it. I was struggling to get the words out there, right? So they told me about like all this getting in the ring and everything, like 2 minutes before the fight started. They're like, hey, you got a speech ready or call out? And I was like, I thought he was calling me out. But yeah, his name's been on my radar forever when we were in the UFC together or at the same time. I'm excited about it because he's like a celebrity out there. So he's the first, I'm pretty sure, right? The first UFC fighter from Italy ever.
Yep.
And he was at my last fight in Italy. And like when that guy walks in, the crowd goes insane. Like everybody knows him. So I always say he's like a movie star out there. So now I get to go to his hometown and I'm going to knock him out.
I love it. So does that give you any extra motivation? I know you're Italian yourself. I mean, does that give you any extra motivation to get the job done, or are you supremely motivated already?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always motivated. One, I don't want to get my head taken off and my face caved in. You know, those are easy motivating factors. But yeah, it's something cool for me. Like my grandpa immigrated here during World War II. So being able to go back, like I wish he was still around, like fighting in Florence on that last fight and now. And I don't know, like Italy on my last trip, like the entire city knows about the fight. Like everywhere we went to dinner, people are like, oh my God, you're the guy from the commercials and posters. And they do a really good job of promoting it out there. And so Rome is going to be massive. I think the stadium we're fighting in holds twice, if not more, the amount of people than the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be an amazing title defense for you in Rome, where the gladiators are from. You are a true gladiator yourself. You have great friends here at the Denver Sports Betting Show. So before we end this segment, I wanted to cheers you because I don't know if I'll get a chance to see you before you go, but wish you luck on your next fight. This is Red Rock Spirits, the official sponsor of the Denver Sports Betting Show. And yeah, wish you all the best luck in your upcoming title defense.
No, thank you guys. Hey, and I'm a whiskey fan, so.
And it is delicious. Red Rock Spirits. Get it at your favorite liquor store, but don't go anywhere because we are breaking down UFC Fight Night. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.